Thousands of these cases have already been filed by farmers against Syngenta. As the video explained, Martin Phipps and Barry Deacon's in-depth knowledge and experience makes them uniquely qualified to handle these complex cases. And I'm proud that Progressive Ag Law is affiliated with these very, very good lawyers. You did not have to grow the Syngenta GMO corn seed to have a claim, which is a common misconception among farmers I've talked to. All corn growers of corn, all 90 million acres across the country, have a potential claim against Syngenta. We're handling these cases on a contingency fee basis, which means essentially we're putting our money where our mouth is. So if you're not successful in this case, we do not get paid. And actually, all of the costs of this case are paid by our legal team. So if you win nothing, you have no risk. So if your farming business grew, harvested, or sold corn in 2013 or 2014, then please call us, Progressive Ag Law, today at the number on your screen. And now, I guess we're done talking about the USDA report. As far as I know, December corn is still down about 8 cents or so, and soybeans are down maybe 15, unless they've changed much. I think they're shaking their heads. Yes, that's about where the market is trading. So December corn would be trading about maybe 356 or 358, something like that. And November soybeans would be trading around 860 or so on the November soybean futures. So that's where the market is trading right now. Now, we have some questions from the audience. One was, when should I liquidate my corn puts? And I said, he should have done it 5 minutes ago and called his broker and got it liquidated, basically. Another question was, if I hedged half of my soybeans at a good price, and now when should I sell the other half? I would say maybe in about 10 months or maybe 18 months. Sell nothing in the next 5 months. Buy if you're a feeder of grain to livestock. Buy everything you can at a low basis here at harvest. Buy it for the next year or two on the board, because I think we're going to make a 2-year low in the market right about now. And we do have some legal questions. One of them was actually the National Grain and Feed Association estimated in a couple of different reports the damages to farmers from the release of the non-registered, in China GMO seeds by Syngenta. They estimated the damages at 20 cents a bushel to around $1 per bushel for every U.S. bushel. What is there, 13 billion bushels of corn raised this year, something like that? So that's a lot of damages. If it's $1 a bushel, that's $13 billion. But basically, how did they come up with that estimate? They hired an ag economist, must be their ag economist, and he did a price model and probably came up with that estimate based on how many exports we lost to China. Really, there's probably 10 to 15 expert ag economists in the country that will have damage estimates. If I had some time, I could probably do an updated price model estimate and come up with, for every 90 million bushels of exports we lost, which is about a bushel per acre. The yield went up of 1.3 bushels today. The price is down 8 to 10 cents. So that's probably, it's actually what the market is doing. So that's probably a pretty good estimate. If you lose 120 million bushels or so of extra production, how much the corn market will change. I mean, that's what it's doing today. So ag economists all over the United States, each lawyer will probably hire a different one, and they'll come up with a different estimate. So it just so happened the National Grain and Feed Association came up with a 20 cent to $1. We can't guarantee any return. If you're going to court and you're going to have a jury decide, there might be 10, 20, 30 of these cases settled nationally. Who knows? And there might be a different settlement award by each jury even. So, we don't know what that settlement will be. Another question that has been asked about this Syngenta case is, what are the different ways this case can be litigated in the U.S. court system? And there's really three principal ways. One would be in state court, where, for example, if you're from Hillsborough, North Dakota, you'd file your claim in the county seat of Hillsborough, North Dakota. And so you would get a Hillsborough, North Dakota jury, you know, and they would make the determination of what those damages were. So that's state court. The second way it could be settled would be in what they call a federal court under what they call multi-district litigation, or an MDL. All the cases filed in the state of Minnesota will be litigated, at least the discovery process will be done in Minneapolis or in Hennepin County, Minnesota. Syngenta's headquarters is in Minnesota, so that's why that's done that way. All the cases filed in the rest of the country, all the other 49 states, will be settled in an MDL in Kansas City. So you'll either get a Hennepin County, Minneapolis jury or Kansas City jury. The third way this case can be settled is a class action. And there has been a class action already filed. And I think on our website, progressiveaglaw.com, we have a link to a website. I think it's syngenta-lawsuit.com. And on there they have all the legal things that occurred in this case. And you can click on the chronology and you can see everything. It's 4 or 5 hours of reading if you're really interested. But and basically that's the third way it'll be settled, the class action. That'll probably be certified as a class action by a judge sometime in August. So if you don't sign up with an attorney, any attorney, not just Progressive Ag Law, by the time that class action is certified, you won't have a choice on those three. You'll have to be in the class action or not at all. And we cannot solicit you as a farmer anymore once that class action is certified. So another question is, what is consequential damages? So let me say, you know, actually if you're in the class action, you can only sue for market damages, which is, you know, I raise 1,000 acres of corn, 1,000 acres of soybeans on an Iowa farm or southern Minnesota farm. So my damages on 1,000 acres of corn, if the jury decides it's 50 cents per bushel damages, on 1,000 acres of corn, that would be about 170,000 bushels. And if you get 50 cents, that would be, well, what is that? $85,000 would be your claim. So that's the market damages, very direct. But because consequential damages are damages that are not related to the corn you raised, but for example, if you're that 1,000-acre corn and 1,000-acre soybean farmer, and because the price of corn dropped relative to soybeans because of the rejection of China by the U.S. corn, so now you raise 800 acres of corn and 1,200 acres of soybean. So now you've changed your rotation. You've cut 200 acres of corn out because the price of corn dropped relative to the price of soybean. So now on those 200 acres of corn that you no longer raise, you have consequential damages. And so if the price of corn, you know, let's say your profits on soybeans versus corn dropped $10 an acre, you would have 200 acres times $10 or another $2,000 in damages. Now we do have a market question. November futures are in delivery. I'm still short. Should I roll to January or March? I would roll, because I think the soybean report was more negative than, you know, 15 or 20 cents down. I thought soybeans would be down 50 cents if they raised the yield 1.1 bushels and increased carryout 40 million bushels. So I think soybeans will go down further. So I would wait at least until the end of the day tomorrow. So I think you'll be able to get out, you know, even if you just take it out of half your soybean hedges at the end of the day tomorrow, I think you'll be able to buy it at a better price. So what's the first step to join the lawsuit? It's actually very simple. You know, most attorneys, including Progressive Ag Law, have a very simple contract that you have to sign to engage an attorney. Ours is 2 pages, and in it very clearly at the beginning says, you know, if this is a contingency fee basis, it's 60% goes to the farmer of the case, and essentially 40% go to all the attorneys. We pay all the costs of the lawsuit. So really a farmer has no risk. He just will get 60% of any award we get if we get an award. A farmer will have to sign and say basically how many acres of corn they have in 2013, how many acres of corn they had in 2014. And if they had a landlord that was on a share basis, they should tell us who that landlord is because he may have a potential claim too. So that's essentially all you do is fill out, sign a 2-page form and send it in, and that's how you get started. Now you're guaranteed to have a choice actually of which of those 3 places you settle your claim. So how long will the litigation take is another question we just got. We don't know. I think the rice lawsuit took, was it 3 to 5 years, something like that? So it could take as long as that. We don't know, and how many cases will we have to actually try before Syngenta wants to settle? If we do get an award, we don't know that either. Maybe it'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cases, or we don't know what Syngenta is going to do. So that'll be determined, I think, when it actually happens. Somebody else asked, well, will I have to litigate my case in court? And actually, if you don't want to go to court, if you just want to be a part of a settlement, you can tell us, I don't want to be in court for whatever reason. I don't have time. Also, if you want to be a farmer, maybe some farmers are very upset with Syngenta, and you want to litigate your case in court, you can let us know that too, and we can't guarantee it, of course, but we can at least push your case up and try and get yours as one of them that will be settled in court. There's another question here on marketing. With the bearish market outlook, what would I do with pricing 2016 crop? I would do you don't think about pricing anything in the next 5 months because I think we're going to make a long, slow bottom in the market. 2 big crop years in a row, I would expect that. So essentially, like I said in the November 6th telecast, prices are going to be low all winter. And we're probably going to look at 2016 and project a 50 to 80 cent per bushel loss producing every bushel of corn. I think I said in the last telecast, farmers and bankers will have a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth all winter long. Don't price anything the next 5 months. Instead, I said in the November 6th telecast, work on negotiating with your landlords this winter on your rents to get your rents reduced for the next 2 years. Because the greatest marketing, if you do a great job marketing in 2016, you might get it from losing 50 to 80 cents a bushel to losing only 10 to 20 cents a bushel. If we can do that, we'll be doing a great job in 2016. And in 2017, maybe we can actually make 10 cents a bushel, which will be a great accomplishment in marketing. So just don't sell anything in the next 5 months. So basically, we're probably out of time. We want to keep this short. If anybody has any additional questions about either the Syngenta law case or the Syngenta corn GMO case, for Progressive Ag Law, I think we've got a number on the screen that you can call. If you have any questions on for the markets, for Progressive Ag Marketing, you can also call the number on the screen. Hopefully we have an email address you can send your questions to, and we'd be happy to try and answer every one of them if we can. Appreciate your time today, and both Progressive Ag Marketing and Progressive Ag Law appreciates the opportunity to earn your business.